Good evening and welcome to Eswatini Lifestyle. My name is Matwele and I will be your host tonight. Now, Eswatini Lifestyle is a magazine show that seeks to explore what people are passionate about, what drives people or what makes people tick. It could be the houses, cars, food, or just generally meeting good people. Now, we all do all of that and bring it to you at the comfort of your own home. It could be even in a hotel room or wherever we reach you, but we all still going to be giving you a lot of lifestyle. Now, this is the month of February, a month of passion, and most of all, the month of love. Now, we were able to catch up with Pearl from Bridal magazine, and Lindiwe is there to tell us more about it, and they will maybe get some few tips on how to spoil your special somebody. Some people might try to get something from that. I know I will be. So yeah, let's check it out.
Swazi Bride magazine. Can you tell us more about this magazine?
Okay, the Swazi Bride magazine is a purely Swazi produced magazine. It was launched in 2017.
17 years.
June, yes. Basically, I think for any product that anybody comes up with, it should respond to a question, it should answer to a gap that's there. So I've had the privilege of organizing a couple of weddings, but sometimes when you do weddings in Swaziland, you never know who does what, right?
Exactly.
So, and then we just had the thought, how about come up with a comprehensive something that has a list of where to find people who do cakes, what venues are available in Swaziland, who does makeup, who does the rest. So at one level, the Swazi Bride magazine is advertising wedding service providers locally. So you also find that brides then travel to South Africa, leaving behind like really talented people in Swaziland. So there's a platform to advertise local talent in terms of wedding service providers. Secondly, it's content on weddings in Swaziland. I think our culture is really rich when it comes to marriages and weddings and stuff like that. So we're also capturing just what goes on in marriage and weddings, the Swazi culture, so promoting family values basically.
Yeah, interesting. When I paced through here, I came across an article about I want my name back.
I just want my name back.
Yeah. Can you tell us more about that?
Okay, so I'll tell you a short story.
Yeah.
Somebody went past Pick and Pay and saw the Swazi Bride magazine, and she was captured by the polygamy in the 21st century article, and she liked it, the polygamy in the 21st century, but as she was reading the magazine, it happens that that's people's best article. I don't even know why I didn't see that coming, but I just want my name back is an article that's written by one of our Swazi women who got married in the Swazi law and custom, but as you would have it, the divorce issue around traditional marriage in Swaziland is still a thing. So basically she just wants her name back because they're now separated with the husband, they're no longer together, but still she carries around the last name of a man that she's no longer with. So she just wants her name back.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So if me and Ninja want to get married and I'm clueless where I could start, and I have potential hubby, so this can sort me out.
Yes, hopefully we give Swazis what to do from the point of I do to from the point of saying yes to the proposal to I do. Hopefully we have enough content to help brides or people that are engaged to be married on how to go about planning their weddings.
Oh, nice. Competition. We understand there's some partnership going on between Swazi Bride magazine and Real Swazi.
Okay.
Tell us more about that.
Yes, I'm excited as you can tell. So the Swazi Bride magazine, the second issue of the Swazi Bride magazine, we are collaborating with the Royal Swazi as our main sponsor, and we're giving away a free wedding to a lucky couple. I wish we could do more than one, but it's just one lucky couple in Swaziland. So free wedding at the Royal Swazi is what we've is what we've branded. And honestly, weddings, okay, from just planning weddings, I've had the privilege of planning like high-end weddings, medium budget weddings to low budget weddings. So a wedding is basically the bride, the groom, friends and relatives,
for sure,
and food. So by free wedding at the Royal Swazi, we mean that the Royal Swazi has been courteous and have given, well, will be giving the opportunity to a couple that will come in and get married. So that's the free wedding at the Royal Swazi. But in addition to that, so these are the frills, okay? So you could get married at the Royal Swazi without deco because the place is amazing. Like it's just beautifully done. But we have, as an extra frill, we have free wedding deco by Lynette. She's amazing, if you ever heard of her. And then photography will be done by the ever so awesome Shara Makanya. Yes. And then we also have cake, a free wedding cake that will be done by Baker's Corner. We also have makeup that will be done by Kanye Zile. If you go through the magazine, she actually did the whole makeup thing, yes, for the,
for your models.
For our models, yes. Shagat did the photography as well.
Oh.
And then we'll have nails done by Mandile, who owns Milk and Honey. We'll also have hair that will be done by the Bold and the Beautiful. Lastly, I know it's a lot, right?
Oh, it is.
It's a lot. And then lastly, we're going to have, what am I forgetting? Also, the bridal party can have their dresses designed by Gaise.
Oh.
She's a local designer, yes.
Okay, so I'm at home watching Lifestyle Eswatini and Tinyeva Logutsi Timpiwe in Celia Tishia. So where do I start joining this whole competition? How much, where I can get the entry forms and so on?
Okay, thank you. So first step is to purchase the Swazi Bride magazine and go through it and love it and enjoy it.
Okay.
That's the first step. And then on the second page, is it the third page of the magazine, we have an entry form for the couple or whoever wants to enter. So you purchase the magazine, you fill in the entry form, and then you go to Pick and Pay with an entry fee of 320 Malangeni. And we have a box, Guma Pick and Pay stores everywhere, I believe, yes, countrywide. Then you just drop in the entry form with the money inside, and then you make sure you're given a receipt.
Oh.
You make sure you go home with the receipt, because when we do the raffle draw, you'll have to produce it to show that you entered the competition.
Okay. All right. So if I enter the competition and then I happen to be selected, and perhaps now I have potential husband. When's the deadline to actually come and get married here?
Okay, can I talk about eligibility also?
Okay, yeah,
okay.
that's key.
Right.
That's
so we are doing this for people who are getting married in the civil way for the first time. So you shouldn't have had, like, we're not covering anniversaries, like we are proud of people that have done 20 years and stuff.
Right.
But this particular competition is only for people who've never had a white wedding before. So if bag dega, bag lobola and everything, and you've never had a white wedding, so you're eligible.
All right.
Yes, so 18 and above. And also we ask that you don't put people under pressure and join if you know your partner's not ready to do this. So hopefully you talk about it and you're like, let's do this, babe, and then you do it, as opposed to like doing it just to put pressure on somebody else.
Okay. Is there a stipulated period that if you join, you should get married between so much and so much?
Yes, between the day that you win and the 31st of December.
Oh,
yes.
2019.
2019. This is an annual issue, so the next issue that we're doing next year will also have another competition running. So this one will die away and we'll pick up the next
so
one.
So if we're going to pay just for competition, but since figure December, because we might be ready now.
God forbid. I don't know. God forbid. I guess you'll have to give me a call or something. But hopefully we can pray for you, take you to counseling or something.
That's really
beyond us.
Nice.
That's really beyond us.
Okay, all right. Then when we talk of Swazi Bride magazine, right? It's a hard copy, and we know we're going so much electronically, and of course, in nature, preserve our nature and all. You'll go hard copy or you'll go e-magazine with time?
We are going hard copy.
Okay.
So as much as technology is taking over, there's some things that it'll take a while for them to die,
Okay.
you know? So for example, the newspaper will live on for a while.
Yes.
There's a platform for reading e-news, but we just prefer hard copy for some reason. It's just, it feels right.
I think
ne?
it's so African.
So with the bridal magazine, there's one thing that I've noticed in just doing the few weddings that I've done for people. Brides just believe in carrying a bridal magazine. I don't even know what it is, but they just believe in holding a copy of the magazine. So what we thought was, why hold a copy of something that you're not even going to find, you know? So you have the Nubian bride, great. How do we find what's inside, you know? So for brides, it's actually something that is relatable. So if you see something and you love it, you have a number that you can call and have the person do whatever you like inside. Yeah.
Okay, so we live in a world of technology or social media platforms. Where can they ask questions concerning this?
Okay, we have a Facebook page called the Swazi Bride. Yeah, it's been going.
On
It's
on Facebook.
just Facebook
Okay.
for now.
All right.
Now, if you didn't have an idea on how to style your wedding or how to theme your wedding, Bridal Magazine is there for you. And also, they're running a competition in Bridal Magazine that if you win the grand prize, you win a whole wedding, umshado. So if you are planning on asking or proposing to that special lady for you, you can also go and enter the competition. Just go to any Pick and Pay outlet, you get your Bridal Magazine. Inside there's an entry form, you fill it out, follow the instructions, and then you post it, and then you stand a chance to win a whole wedding. Now, we're still in the month of love, and a lot of people love different things. You may find out that your lady loves flowers and the big boys love their cars, and we'll talk more about that after the break. Now, what drives you, or what is the drive within you, or better yet, what is the car that you want to drive? Now, it's still the month of February, and it's still the month of love, and we're showing you what people love. And most people love cars. So we're able to catch up with Andy Lehlobe at Carson Mazda, and this is what he had to say.
Basically, Mazda is from Japan, from a city called Hiroshima. And now Mazda has a sad history now, because when Mazda was discovered, or when Mazda was made in the 1930s, Japan experienced Pacific Wars and stuff like that. So now the people of Japan, basically, they drove their spirit from that incident, and they started making Mazda. They started making ends meet, and that's when Mazda started being made.
Oh, so from that disaster,
definitely from that distance, then the best of Mazda. It started more as a three-wheel motorcycle vehicle back in the 1930s. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, can you briefly also describe the essence of Mazda? What is Mazda to a person, to a layman who doesn't know Mazda? What would you say Mazda is, or what does Mazda stand for?
To the people on this road, I get this every day. Now, people who actually, as soon as you mention Mazda, they'll think of Zoom Zoom. Now, what does Zoom Zoom stand for? Basically, Zoom Zoom is the joy of emotion, because now we want our customers, we want Mazda owners to actually feel that joy when they're driving Mazdas. But to take it a bit deeper, when you're talking about brand access of Mazda, basically, we are not just a brand that will make cars that will take you from point A to point B. Yes. But what we basically make are cars that will become extensions of human beings. In other words, we want to make cars that will be a part of your lifestyle, a part of your life, in an essence of it. Even when you drive the car, you become part of that car. In other words, now we pride our customers with the confidence. We pride our customers with the ability to do even more when they're on the road.
Okay, now, I remember that back in the years, there were other brands who were considered as one of the top cars in the world, some of them from Germany. Now, how would you think you fare now as Mazda in comparison with the other brands?
It's funny. It's funny now that you're mentioning it, Lunga, because I was a fan of those models.
Who wasn't a fan?
And we know these big brands. But for since 2014, because what happened now when we relaunched in 2014?
You
Yes, we relaunched at Mazda because for quite some time in South Africa, Mazda and Ford were manufactured in the same plants. So in 2014 now we separated, and then when we separated, that was like the new birth of Mazda, because now it saw us putting more attention into detail in terms of the style, in terms of the interior. So now when you rank us in terms of the top 5, like you are saying, we are not so far away. I think we are getting there, and like the nice part about it that you have asked, our future plans, we want to be known as an alternative to the premium brands. I think we're getting there if you look at the cars that we are selling.
But you see, I also look at the new designs of the Mazdas. Now, when a person looks at a Mazda like that, they'll think, hey, that's expensive. Now, how are you making sure that you're perfectly balanced
in terms of pricing?
Yes.
We're quite competitive, Lunga. As much as you'll see the elegance in the vehicles, sophisticated technology, but because we're selling in Swaziland, when we understand the reaching, as much as Mazda comes from Japan, but we need to appeal to our local market. So when the vehicle is all priced, we are priced in such a way that people get surprised, because when they come here, they think we are so expensive. For instance, our price range starts from 200 up to 500, which is now you're talking about other manufacturers have got cars that are there in the mark of 1 million and stuff like that. So we're still down there. We're still below 500 in terms of our pricing.
Now that you're in your showroom, now which is the most popular brand with the people? Which Mazda do people really love and maybe buy a lot?
Yeah, okay. For me, that's a setup now, because I love all the Mazdas. From the small ones being...
You later which ones you like, but I'm just talking about the people right
Well, the most popular one in the market now, which is actually doing extremely well in terms of sales, is the CX-5. Definitely has to be the CX-5. It has been selling very well, and we've managed this one right here, and we've managed to kick people out of the market in terms of the SUV segment, and they are feeling our heat, and we are coming strong on that one. So the CX-5 would be your car on that one.
Now, this car, the way it looks so robust, and it looks like it's an SUV, but at the same time, I think inside also makes you feel like it's a sedan. Now, can you give me a brief description of the CX-5?
Okay, basically, the CX-5 comes in two motors, which is 2 engines. We've got the petrol engines and the diesel engines. And now, the petrol engines, they come in 2 liters, and that can give you a power of 120 kilowatts. With 243 when it comes to the torque. I won't get technical about that one because I'll confuse you. But it can go up to...
No, I know, it's okay. I know everything.
But it can go up to 143 kilowatts and at 460 newtons in terms of the torque. So it's not just a small car, but it can perform as well. So you're looking at this one right now, which is a dynamic. It's a 2-liter dynamic. It comes in a manual transmission and automatic transmission.
I was about to ask.
Yes, so this one right here, we're looking at, it's a dynamic. For instance, now, there are nice features that you can get on this car. For instance, outside you'll get LED lights, on and off headlights, automatic rain sensing. When you go at the back, you'll find your reverse camera is there, your parking assist is there. You're talking about 19-inch rims for those ground clearance, and everything that I'm speaking about comes standard on the CX-5.
Okay, yeah. Now also the interior. I see it's got nice, beautiful leather.
I can see you want to jump into the car already.
Yeah, we'll jump in. Okay, now sometimes when you buy a car directly from the shop, they also sometimes upgrade it for you if you want to and put in more features.
Yes.
Do you also offer that?
Okay, we do, even though our strategy is quite different. What we usually say, or what we usually tell customers now, if they'll want a sunroof, for instance, but this one doesn't come, this CX-5 Dynamic doesn't come with a sunroof. Okay. But the top of the range, the Alcera and the Individual, they come with those top of the range. So now, in your case, if you want more features and accessories, you have to go to the next level. But there are those accessories that we fit on every car, like the changing of rims, the side skirting, the covers inside. If you want different color codes on the leather seats, we can do that one.
Okay, now I need to know that, okay, for certain cars, we could say that maybe this one is for those kind of people, or maybe do you specifically think that a certain car is supposed to be driven by a certain person, or which the cars that you build or the cars that you show here?
Interestingly, because now, as much as we are talking about cars, but cars again, they are products. And now, so if you're going to make a product, you have to have a market for it.
Yes.
And now, for us, our target market, like I said, you speak of the price range. We make cars that are not so expensive, but yet they have quality in terms of the interior, in terms of the capacity of the vehicle. So our target market, I'll speak of the CX-5 for instance. You'll be shocked, the demographics for this one, it appeals in both females and it appeals to both males. In other words, it's 50-50. So for this one, if you are a maga in the, you want to take your family out there, it appeals to ladies. It also appeals to men. So you have that 50-50 in terms of the demographic. I also feel like
this one is more of a family car.
It's more of a family car. Yeah, definitely. Those long trips, yeah, definitely. And then the nice part about it, even though it's a family car, it's also a fuel-efficient car. Okay. Because now we'll talk about the Sky Active technology, which actually is the technology that drives all the Mazdas in the showroom. So Sky Active basically, it's a technology that actually boosts the engine in terms of kilowatts, but now it reduces your kilowatts in terms of consumption.
Okay, so do all the CX-5s come with the screens inside, touch screens, or
yeah, basically, I think from the second level, you start getting most of the sophisticated feel of accessories and features. The base level comes with standard, but most of our cars will come standard with alloy rims and stuff like that. The interesting one that most people get excited about, and I've come to actually like it myself, is the start button. So all the Mazdas that you see now, we're going to go inside and we're going to see them. They come with the start button. Now you don't have to put the key somewhere there. So the start button is standard with every car. So now you don't have
to insert the key anyway, just has to be near the car.
Just has to be near the car. Oh, okay. And this one right away, we take it a step further because it also comes with the keyless entry. Now the keyless entry now is basically when you are outside the car, I'll show you in a bit. You just press the button, you keep your key inside your purse or your pockets, and then you press you get inside and you press that button.
What happens if you lose that key?
Obviously, we'll make another one. Okay. Keys come in twos, so we always encourage customers to keep the spare in the house. One stays with you.
Now, I just drove a CX-5, so how do you feel about that? And I know I would see a lot of people might be feeling a little bit jealous, but it's okay. You need to keep calm. Maybe one day you have to drive it for yourself, like I did by myself. Now with that, that's how we close off the show. And with that closing, it doesn't mean we should separate just like that. You can also catch us up on social media. And Facebook, we are Eswatini Lifestyle. So you just get there, get chatting, and we'll have a conversation just between you and me. Now the Fat Lady is sung, and that is how we close off the show. We'll catch you again next week, same time, same place. But for now, for me, let me enjoy the beautiful view at Sibane Hotel. As I see you next week, love and light.